go back to Japan to get the latest from the press conference.
A couple of hours later, I was flying over here. So no, it's been I suppose an up and down week or so. But no, I was delighted, obviously, to be able to play last week. Obviously, it was a bit short-lived, but damage isn't too bad. So I'm hopeful that I will get another opportunity at some stage in this tournament to help out the boys.
Was your initial reaction, did you think your World Cup was over after those 26 minutes?
I didn't think it was over. I was just incredibly disappointed at the fact that I suppose initial disappointment of first of all not making it, and then getting called out and picking up something like that. And I tried to play on with it, but I just kind of knew that I wasn't adding anything to the team, and it's not the kind of place you want to be. You want to be adding things to the team the whole time. You don't want to kind of feel like you're not keeping up with everyone else. So unfortunately, that was just the case at the time. I didn't really know what the final diagnosis was going to be, but it's been positive so far. So just building into this week and hoping to train fully on Thursday.
Jordi, what exactly did you do, and what has happened since the injury?
Seemed to have sublux to ribs, so it was just kind of suppose just popped. It was one of those things that just got caught between two people. I think one of them might have been John Klein, the other one was one of the Russian second rows, so it's never going to end well for me. And yeah, I just kind of felt the pop go and just a good bit of pain, and it popped back in after a few minutes, and I thought, oh, happy days, and then it went again. So it's just one of these things. Their ribs are kind of annoying, but you can definitely play on with them, and just got to try and, like I said, build into the rest of the week and stuff. If you go too hard too quick, you can do a bit of damage to them. But I've been assured by doctors and through scans and everything that nothing's too out of place or not functioning well enough, so it should be all right.
Do you think you can make it back for this weekend?
Yeah, well, I certainly hope so, yeah. Like I said, I've trained a little bit today and hopeful to train fully on Thursday, so if selected, it'd be amazing. But no, I certainly feel I could be, yeah.
Sure, you came back in after the Japanese defeat. Obviously, the shockwaves that sent through everybody watching on at home. How have you found it getting over here, and what the vibe is going to like since?
Well, in fairness, as soon as I got in, it was a very quick turnaround. Obviously, I was in on Sunday, but I had to stay in Tokyo just because I couldn't get a flight out to Osaka until Monday morning, and then I got to kind of have a quick chat with the lads, and they'd already done all the kind of post-mortem and looking through the meetings and stuff, and very much moved on to Russia. And the fact that I was playing and going to be starting in the Russia game kind of didn't give me a lot of time to think about things that had gone past. So it was good for me to kind of look forward, and I knew that I had to kind of make sure I knocked the jet lag on the head and just get my plays and everything back in order and just make sure I was ready. So fairness to the boys, we've definitely had disappointment before, but the thing about this team is that they're always able to bounce back, and certainly did that on the weekend, midweek. Obviously, a lot of parts of the game we definitely can do better on, but look, we got to win in 5 points, and we're going into this weekend now optimistic, and there's a big challenge ahead of us, but we're all very positive, and especially after a couple of days off, I think that's probably the best thing that could have happened to the group, was to get a couple of days off to clear the head, especially in a tournament like this where it's just rugby 24/7. For people to just be able to get away and have different options and things to do was great, and I really noticed that today when I was watching on training, just kind of energy and desire from all the boys, and really looking forward to this weekend.
Jordi, where were you when you found out that you were being called into the squad, and what was your reaction?
I'm going to give my Ulster teammate Rob Herring a plug here, but I was in his coffee shop, 5%, in Belfast, having a pre-match coffee and meal.
And who called you?
Sorry, that was to be told that I wasn't playing against Ulster. Dan McFarlane called me, but then the following day Joe called me a couple of hours after the game.
Garry, what did you get up to over the couple of days off?
Was actually just wandering around Fukuoka. It's a pretty cool city just to wander, pop into a few shops. Got a haircut. That's why I'm wearing the hat. But yeah, this was wandered, coffee, bit of food, went into a funny sort of fish sushi place, which was interesting. So we actually, myself and Josh, arrived after Andrew, James and Lukey were already there, and we kind of learned from their mistakes as what they'd ordered, and we actually ended up having a pretty good meal based on, because we kind of knew what not to order. But it was cool. The fish were in front of you and stuff. Is certainly something I haven't been experienced at home.
Yeah, the vibe seems to be that the weekend has really helped.
Yeah, it was tough with such a short turnaround. That personally was exposed to it, and obviously a lot of the guys, younger guys at under 20s, is the quick turnarounds between games. So it was a few sore bodies after that match. Obviously the physicality the Russians bring, let alone the turnaround from the game before that. So yeah, it was good timing wise for lads to get their bodies right. And as Jordi said, it was definitely noticeable in training this morning that there was a bit of energy and bounce and bite about everyone, which was good.
How risky is a haircut in Fukuoka?
No, it's alright. Well, I'll let you be the judge, but actually no, I'm not going to take it off. But I think it should be alright. Just needs an extra day or two's growth, and then it should be safe.
How did you find Garry playing the 3 games? Obviously everybody else was talking about you backing up again and again. How was it?
Yeah, I love. Sure, it's a huge honour to play for Ireland, and that hasn't dwindled in any way. And I mean, I feel, honoured to be able to go out and represent Ireland at a World Cup. So I'm excited and good to go. Thankfully, fitness wise, and touch wood, haven't been bothered by any injuries. So yeah, no, I'm really excited to get out and play as much as I can and contribute in any way I can.
Does it feel like the business end of the World Cup has kind of arrived now, that the next 2 weeks could potentially be the most seismic of the entire calendar year?
Well, we'd be quite good as a group, I think, about taking each game as it comes and not looking beyond. But obviously it couldn't be even more appropriate this week, with whatever result we can get out on Saturday determines if there is a week after that. So it's it's massive for us, and I think it's good almost being in that position, because it means there's no shortage of focus or motivation, and no one's looking beyond other than since Saturday. And I think what we do good as a group as well is that the games on Saturday, but is to try and get as much out of each day as well. So even coming back from training there at 3 o'clock or 2:30, 3ish, there's guys already on laptops reviewing training and then looking at Samoa as well, and it'll be like that at any opportunity to not really miss a moment throughout the week.
Are you someone who prefers to actually kind of bask in the magnitude of something like this, or do you prefer to kind of step away and kind of, are you more of a process driven person when it comes to the psychology of a week like this?
I think learning from coaches and watching players that most guys are process driven. Would never underestimate any international, but I suppose at a World Cup there is that weight, and as I was saying, there mightn't be anything beyond this if we don't get a result. But you don't really get too caught up in that. I know a lot of guys don't really get too caught up in anything that's outside their control, and I'm sure I fall into that category with most guys, if not all guys, that you just focus on what you can do each day to ultimately kind of get the best version of yourself on a Saturday. And you're bringing the best version of yourself on a Saturday, that contributes to the best version of the team. So that's kind of really what's going through most people's heads.
I know it's hard to quantify, obviously, but that a weekend off is such a rare thing. Anyway, but especially in a Rugby World Cup, that could be massive. You couldn't just.
Yeah, well, the lads were saying it was pretty rare. It's my first World Cup, so it's the norm for me. But it's great. It was, as I was saying, it was cool to go out to and spend time with each other in a more relaxed setting and see a bit of Fukuoka, which is a cool city, as I'm sure you've all seen. So yeah, it's good, and everyone's excited and ready to attack the week.
Was there a bit of team bonding over the weekend? I know you all did your separate things, but was there a bit of team bonding, and do you feel that that's necessary at this point after the confidence did take a bit of a dent after that Japan game?
Yeah, I think everyone's quite good. That you just rock down to the team room, and whoever's there is there, and there might be a group of 4 or 5 of you from any province. It doesn't really matter, and lads would just go out, and someone might have an idea, and you just kind of follow them up on it. So I know some lads were bowling as well, and other guys going out to get food and stuff. So it's definitely, but I wouldn't even say that's not just happened this weekend. It's always been the case in this squad. So it's definitely a pleasure to be able to spend time with such great lads.
Any chat about the possibility of this typhoon disrupting things?
No. I was warned by Sugars, but no, it's sure again, that couldn't be more out of our control. So to even talk or think it like that, it'd be pointless, to be honest.